Recently, I have a client facing the dilemma of whether to choose a 3-bedroom newly MOP EC or a smaller 2-bedroom private resale condo as their matrimonial home. Most newlywed couple thinks they are choosing a property, but in reality, you are choosing which chapter of your life you are honoring right now. And that's why two people who love each other can look at the same home and feel completely different. Let me show you how to realign using a real case I'm working on right now. This video is different from my usual analytical style content. It's more of a perspective based one, a relationship dynamic videos, which I found really interesting. If you're a newlywed or an engaged couple struggling to pick your first matrimonial home, this video is for you. Here's the profile. I'm working with a couple in their mid-30s, they're getting married soon, and they have a budget of below $2 million. Move-in ready, no renting, because this is going to be their matrimonial home as a newlywed couple. They want a place to start their life together. Simple on paper, but the conversation changes when we talk about the kind of home they want. Let me explain. The husband, Mr. J, contacted me after watching my videos on Resale EC and wished to find out more details about it, and at the same time seeking my opinion on their shortlisted project. Kinda like, what do I think about their choices? Mr. J has 3 criteria. He wants to look for an undervalued resale project, able to move in with minimum renovations, and potential capital appreciation to grow, and the flexibility to exit in 4 years' time. He also brought up 2 specific projects several times during the consultation, Normanton Park and Parc Clematis, particularly on the 3-bedroom compact unit type. So I asked him, why the compact type? Why not just go for a 2-bedroom if it's just 2 of you? He actually revealed that the fiancé was actually more inclined towards the 2-bedroom unit type at the start of their home search, as they do not have a plan on having kids right now. But somehow Mr. J felt that buying into a 2-bedroom unit will have difficulties in exiting in the future, and managed to convince his fiancée to reconsider at least a 3-bedroom unit. That's why they are looking at the 3-bedroom compact type within the 2-mentioned resale project. After understanding what Mr. J wants, I proposed that we can actually consider a newly MOP EC because of the upcoming supply drought as well as the profitability potential of a resale EC. At the same time, I also show him that private resale condo market is at an all-time high right now. Many resale buyers who enter as a second owner are now sitting on paper loss. If they were to do the same, what's the likelihood of prices going to break even and even make a profit when the SST finish in 4 years' time? Plus the fact that they are eyeing on a smaller 2-bedroom unit type with a smaller pool of exit audience. This shocked Mr. J because he's worried that he might not be able to exit in 4 years' time and get stuck. As such, we redirect the search and attention to the resale EC segment, and one project matches perfectly with Mr. J's criteria, Rivercove Residences. With below $1.8 million, we can get a 3-bedroom spacious unit that comes with a household shelter, yard, and closed kitchen, which is perfect for future exit. Because this is exactly the type of home that every family upgrader would pay a premium for in the future. The units for sale are mostly in mint condition, which require very minimal renovation. Monthly mortgage are also manageable within their budget. Coupled with the upcoming supply drought and the profitability potential of a resale EC, this option checks 8 out of 10 boxes. We are looking at a grand slam home run. And you know, everything was great, and Mr. J is confident that Rivercove Residences will be their ideal matrimonial home. And one last thing to do is to share this discussion with his fiancée. So on the very next day, I sent this to Mr. J, and here's what he replied. A project that checked most of the boxes got quietly eliminated. So I was like, we got 9 merit points and 1 flaw, and that 1 flaw is the lack of connectivity. And now this becomes the deal breaker. They brought up their concern on connectivity, but remember what I said earlier? When I first met the husband, Mr. J, and he asked me several times about Normanton Park and Parc Clematis, which both of these resale projects are not near to MRT station at all, and yet they love this project. What's going on? Rivercove Residences was quietly rejected, but Normanton Park and Parc Clematis was shortlisted. For those who are watching right now, what do you think the reason is? They are not actually prioritizing the daily commute or MRT. They are prioritizing their lifestyle identity, how it feels to live there. The MRT concern is not the core objection, it is a proxy for something deeper. Are we choosing a place that fits who we are today versus who we might be tomorrow? Right now, the fiancée lives in the present and she values the couplehood, the vibe, the comfort, and the convenience now. On the other hand, the husband is thinking ahead. He's planning for space, future resale, and exit flexibility. So the tension here is present self versus the future self. For the fiancée, she's not rejecting Rivercove because it's far from the MRT. She's rejecting the invisible mental pressure of we are preparing for kids now. So subconsciously, she hears Rivercove 3-bedroom family layout as, are we already becoming the parents with routine version of ourselves? herself. That is what she's rejecting, not the actual property. The fiancé is resisting the idea of settling down harder than she emotionally feels ready for. She feels she's being pushed into becoming the future mommy. She's not emotionally ready to step into the idea of I'm a future mommy planning a home with storeroom and yard identity yet. The fact that she's proposing a 2+ study or smaller compact 3-bedroom unit explains her current identity as a newlywed couple. That could also be the reason why she's drawn to Parc Clematis and Normanton Park. Not because of price, not because of size, and not because of convenience, but because it protects something very precious to her. Their honeymoon as newlyweds, their just us moment, their weekends and slow mornings, their shared routines, their lovely evening and their closeness. She wants a home that honors the relationship exactly where it is right now. She envisioned their new married life in this resort style and romantic project, and that is beautiful. That is love. On the other hand, as a married man myself, I can totally understand where Mr. J is coming from. Men are the pillars of the family. Our job is to protect and provide the best for our loved ones. Our love language is different. The reason why Mr. J convinced his fiancée to choose a bigger home over a smaller one is for this very reason. Mr. J is drawn to Rivercove Residences not because it's bigger, not because of numbers or planning, but because he wants to make sure that no matter how life evolves later, they will be comfortable. He's not saying let's grow now. He's actually saying, I don't ever want us to feel squeezed or forced to move under pressure. It's not about capital appreciation or making money either. It's protection and provision. It is care, expressed quietly through space and foresight. Imagine having decent profit. It opens up more options and lifestyle upgrade for his family. As men, we don't seek happiness. We make our loved ones happy, and that's what makes us happy. Mr. J is thinking, I want our home to support us, even if life surprises us. And that is also love. Now the picture becomes clear. This is not a conflict of preference. This is two forms of love trying to speak at the same time. Parc Clematis and Normanton Park says, let's fully live our life and enjoy who we are today. Rivercove says, let's make sure we are also comfortable in who we might become tomorrow. Neither is right, neither is wrong, both are completely valid. And this is where my role comes in. Anyone can view listing, anyone can scroll through Property Guru, but most couples don't struggle with property selection. They struggle with what the choices represents, the rhythm of the relationship, the pace of life they want to live in, the future flexibility they want to keep open. I don't tell couples what to choose. I don't push projects. I don't sell. My job is to create clarity. I help both partners see what each option means for their life, so the decision becomes obvious together and without pressure. Back to the big question, 3-bedroom family size or 2-bedroom lifestyle unit for you as a newlywed couple? Well, the answer is it depends. The difference between the 2-bedroom in Parc Clematis and Normanton Park represents lifestyle. It feels lighter, younger, and more modern, which is perfect for couple life phases, but it gets cramped once routine evolves. Whereas the 3-bedroom in Rivercove Residences represents future flexibility. The big space allows you to breathe, host your guests and your friends. You have ample storage space to keep the house neat and tidy, which is emotionally calming. It also keeps your life's option open if your baby planning comes into the picture. You don't have to experience selling, moving, and other logistical nightmare later. And the key here is, choosing space does not mean choosing children. It just means choosing comfort across all chapters in your life. Because the right home is the one where your shoulder softens, your breath slows, and your body says, this feels like us. The body knows before the mind does. At the end of the day, a home isn't just about space and price. It's identity, lifestyle, and the flexibility to grow without pressure. So if you and your partner are in the same space, balancing who you are today versus who you might become later, you don't need pressure. You just need more clarity. My name is Kaiser. I help couples to choose their first home that feels right for the life they are living right now, while keeping the door open for whatever the future brings. If you like more clarity, just drop me a text. We will take it step by step. Let me know your thoughts and share your perspective in the comment section below. That's it for this short video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.